After the loss of Garland the Warlock in the last episode, there are still 7 characters remaining, so the show must go on. In this episode of the Hardcore Medley, we continue to level with Grocket, the mage, and have some spicy encounters with some hunters. So I'm kinda good at tuning out the mount sound, right? But sometimes I'll get a little sound of it and I'm like, ugh. So, for anyone that isn't good at tuning out the sound of clanky clank and metal and whirling gizmos, sorry. But we're playing a gnome. Oh, what a good start to the day. We did have combustion up already from yesterday, but imagine, because they're rock elementals, you know, like, I could see it being immune to fire. That 40 hunter must be going for his nifty stopwatch, but he is a 40 hunter, so it does take him a bit longer to kill things. I just didn't want to come out here and do it at level 40 or 41 on the mage because of the resists. It would be quite bad. But now that we've got elemental precision, we shouldn't really have to worry about that. So we can just blast and get it done. Get our nifty stopwatch. Leave the bad lanes for now. Hunter was attacking that one. I don't know if they like logged out or what, but that was pretty rude. Yeah, that hunter just disappearing there is a bit weird. Like, why would you log out in that area, you know? Not only did he disappear, but I also got his aggro when I was low mana. A good start to the day with the crits, but was that a grief attempt? I don't know. Servo, you better move, man. He's gonna come after you. Didn't even make it. Alright, that was easy. His health is quite low. For a level 45 rock dude, you know, it doesn't have a lot of health. Alright, now we'll head up to Hillsbraid. So I can head to the hinterlands just to get the flight path, hand in a quest. And then I feel like going to Foralis. I like this island. I have fond memories of being out here grinding on my very first character. Yeah, we need 22,000 experience. We've got to get 10 scales. I don't think it's going to take us 22,000 experience, but I think I will stay until I'm level 44 anyway. But I'm thinking after this part of Foralis, we might go back to STV. I am very fond of Foralis Tanaris, though. Hinterlands as well is okay, but you know, it's already claimed one character, so maybe it's not. I expected Garland to go out fighting an elite or something. We've been able to fight multiple mobs at once, but sometimes you fight the wrong mob and she shadow bolts you every 1.5 seconds and you die. Alright, finished the quest. But as I said, I'll keep grinding away. The next quest is to go in a cave over here, which I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I'll do it on most of the characters. Some of them, probably. I'll probably get away with it on some of them, but that cave, man, that's a bad cave. Not so great. Yeah, there's silence forever. As I said, got a silence. First time we had to deal with it though. I think pretty much every character, and bar a few, probably. I mean, Alia grinded for a whole level trolls, right? So pretty much every character is going to do a little bit of grinding around this time. Rugen may not have to because he's a hunter and he can just do all the quests anyway. Lena's already done a lot of grinding, so she probably doesn't have to, but we might. Rogue is very good for farming. This is the leg of the medley where the gold is the most important, just because of mounts. I'm hoping, you know, Baumer does get all the way to 50. When we play, well, not 50 anymore, 49 when we play here. Gonna say 50, not anymore. We've got Grocket into Rugen into Francie. One of them's gonna have to farm the black pearls. We need 2 of them. We need 2 black pearls to make the mithril axes that we're gonna make. We definitely use a lot of our medley luck in the early levels. You know, we found 15 blues so far. We got all of those blues pre-40. But if we're going to be holding our luck, we might as well hold it till the level 50-ish bracket now, and some of the good stuff, you know. Assassin's Blade, stuff like that. So if that's what's happening, I don't mind. If it's just that our luck is gone, well, our gear's not going to be pretty going forward then. Hit 44, go hand in the quest, and then leave this zone for a little while. Alright, I think I'm gonna go into the arcane tree now. There's still stuff that I would like to get in fire, like max out impact and flamethrower and maybe imp fire blast. The only thing I wanted in frost was elemental precision. So I'm thinking I get 2 arcane sub, which I don't know if it actually does anything, because it's not that much, is it? Like 10 less resistance. And then 3 in arcane focus before going into other stuff. So we'll start here. Like, some mobs have more resistances than others. You know, we had those gnolls in Redridge that have high shadow resistance. And then Fangor was just immune to shadow. Now I have a quest to go up to Rutferin, which will give us a quest to go to the hinterlands. So I think I will go and do that, even though it's out of the way from where I actually need to be, because I got to go back to Ironforge. We are going to go back to Strangleform Vale now, so teleport here, do the quest, then teleport. This is so convenient being a mage. If you need to get places, just teleport over. Make a vest and a glove. I'm making these for the druid. The Dreamweave gloves would be nice for Grocket, but we're playing fire, and I do prefer having a little bit of steam, even though we probably don't need it. But I feel like I'd prefer Fran to have these items, even though she's got a level to them, right? She's not level 40, she's only 36. As long as she makes it there, then it's worth. We'll start with the zombies here, because there's 2 named ones that I need to kill, and then we'll go to the beach. 1 level to go. We just need to get to 45, and Grocket is safe for this league, which would be quite helpful. The Dreamweave items I made for my priest and druid, you know, I do want to wear them. They're very good items. It's one thing that I'm gonna have to start thinking about tactically now that we're getting like gear that is really good from crafting, like really good blue items. I'm gonna kinda need to hold on to not that good items just in case we lost the character that made them. So say if we do get Phantom Blade, I'm gonna need to hold on to some shitty weapon just in case Francie was to die or something like that. At least on Alia, we have Robe of the Magi as a backup for Dreamweave. So that's a pretty good item already. I feel like we can deal with it if it happens, but it will be a little bit scary, perhaps. Just 2. Thankfully. Obviously I can't cheat undead. Big blast way. I'll make sure to do Murray before someone else comes and takes him. This little thing is line of sight. We've talked about this before. The troll ruins do have line of sight. It's just a very small box. generally about the extent of line of sight in these places. Now to clear to John John. Does have 2 casters beside him, but one of them does patrol. Wouldn't mind an epic. I'm gonna keep saying it. Where's my epic? Waiting for counterspell, so I might as well do a pyroblast since we're waiting for that. Good way of waiting for a cooldown, do a 6-second cast, you know? You know, only getting 1 Zanzel's mixture is a bit lame. Oh, these guys have an interim. Good to know. I'll be honest, I've never had a caster above level 40 in Classic WoW, so... Page 25. That's what we need. I need 3 page 25s. Lena, Friend, and Rugen all need page 25. But yeah, never having a caster above level 40 in Classic WoW, you know, I'm learning a lot. Alright, this place does kill some people. Mainly because they pull Zanzel, who you don't even need to fight. And they don't kill the totem. Someone else could come up here and pull him while I'm fighting some mob close enough, and then the mob's like, hey, I'm gonna get you aggro. We've already had 1 social aggro happen today in a bad place. This Angel's Mixture quest is generally one that takes me quite some time. Just the drops are terrible. But I don't mind. Like, we're fighting level 44 mobs, you know? It's good experience. He might actually do damage to me because I stun. Yeah. See, this Shadow Bolt, 170. The Shadow Bolt that we were dealing with in the Hinterlands, the mob that killed Garland, was doing like 300 damage. Both level 44 mobs. Crazy. So I'm like, that mob's not even an elite, but it's hidden like one. Damn, that hamstring did 120 damage. That's a big hamstring. That guy's got like rank 17 hamstring. Sadly, this rogue and hunter have arrived, and I still need 2 mixtures. And then they were like, nah, we're good. It happens so little amount of time where I get spell pushback that every time it happens, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I don't expect it. Burning Soul? Yeah, 70% chance to not get spell pushback. Are they pulling? Rude. They're gonna pull Zanzel? Broke out of my thing right away. Guy is running. See what I mean about Zanzel though? Like, you don't even need to do it, but I am now in combat. He dropped a fucking lava sprout right beside me. Well, they're so fast. I could go for the water, but hopefully they time out. Fucking hunters, man. There are some angry mobs around here. See? I'm just gonna keep running and... It's the second hunter today that has got me into a social experiment. Wonder where that rogue went. He must have vanished, surely. He did not want to help the hunter. Well, now that I'm back over here, I might as well finish the Zanzel's mixtures while we're in this spot. My heart did not like that though. I was thinking like I could have run to the water, obviously. It would have got me out of harm's way because then the zombies can't chase you into the water. All of those mobs were in front of me, and that hunter, I feel like as soon as I got aggro, he feigned death because they all came running. Because holy shit, that's the second time today I've had hunter social aggro. And that one was a bit scarier because you got zombies chasing after you, got Zanzel chasing after you. I think there was another mob chasing. My heart wasn't like fully racing, but my body was in flight mode, you know? That's why you don't pull Zanzal the Outcast. Thinking of what to do now. We're 44, we've got 90,000 experience to go. Yeah, I'd say Tanaris is one of my, like, top 10, at least, favourite zones, but coming here on the mage, you know, a little bit scary for me. Going anywhere on the mage is going to be scary now because I've never had a cast of 40 plus, as I said earlier. But hey, the medley finally made it to Foralis and Tanaris questing. That's cool. I like these zones. The mid 40s are like my favorite levels, I would say. Both Horde and Alliance. The quest that I'm worried about in this place is obviously the Pirate Cove. Like, the Pirate Cove is quite scary to do solo. And we have a range of different characters, right? That are gonna have to go in there and do it. If we get lucky, we have an AoE farming mage in there and he's killed everything, but Andre spawns by himself. It's like the best case scenario. I'm sure when I rock up in there on my mage, they're probably going to be like, oh, someone else here to AoE farm. No. Blast him. The rogues will get to me after he dies. Yes, at the same time. Eat combustion, motherfucker. The destructive power of the fire mage. It would be cool to have the Southbound buff, but there's no way I can play Southbound and send mail to my other characters. If I was able to do that, I would. There's been some people that are like, I wish I could send mail to my other characters on Southbound. It's like, well, you can, you just gotta do your own thing, you know? Like I am. And do an account found challenge for yourself. You don't need Blizzard to hold your hand for it. Like, I've read that comment on Reddit so many times. You can just do whatever you want in a video game. But we got combustion, so it should die really fast. Where the fuck is it going? See him just run over there to aggro the other mob. Now he's going to that one. What the fuck? Dude, the assassin did the world tour. His path was not at all direct, was it? I guess I'm gonna have to kill the Shadow Mage before we kill the assassin then. I'm gonna pull him from that side again and see if he runs out here again. He ran all the way over to this mob. So I'd rather pull him here, because then I can see if it's just what this mob does. Yeah, there he goes. Okay, so that's just the pathing of that mob. That's funny. Field Plate Pauldrons of the Beer. That's basically an epic. A level 40 plate item. That's our second level 40 plate item of the beer that we've looted during the medley already. And we haven't even played Francie yet, so gonna have some good gear. Like, we've been so lucky with those. Our greens haven't been dropping a lot today. Or, in fact, at all, just this leg of the medley. But the ones that we are getting are pretty good quality. Rogue was like, I'm coming over. I crit that fireball and ignite didn't go on. It's like ignite resisted. Can ignite resist? I've never seen that before when the mob didn't have ignite after a crit. That's weird. Back to town, hand it all in. We're gonna be maybe not halfway through the level, but pretty close. I think when we head back up to Darnassus to hand that in. We'll leave the pirate quest and all that for when we come back, which probably will be around 46, I would say. We're probably gonna... I'll probably get to 45 this stint on Grocket and then just grind the level when I get back on them. Alright, the next location we're going is the location where it happened, so let's head over. That's where our character died. I mean, they're all kind of scary, but this mob is the mob that killed Garland, I'm pretty sure. But I can stop the shadow bolts this time, so that's one good thing. Well, we got revenge on him. Imagine it's like head of Garland. It drops as loot. Imagine. That'd be cool. If this was like a different video game, you could like mod it, you know? Head of Garland. Alright. Grocket achieved what Garland could not. We got the sack of rye. It's also interesting because that's another way into this little place. I never knew that that place even existed. Head back to town, should be able to find one more feather on the way, and then hand in quests. Probably port back to Rutferin. Maybe fly back down to Feralis for one crit to level up. We did get one crit to level up. Nice. Oh, I gained 1 strength that level. That's perfect. And gear-wise, we haven't changed that much this League of the Medley. We got the Robe of Power from tailoring. I think I picked up these braces, but they're not like a huge upgrade from what we had. Still got our Monkey Dagger. Nifty stopwatch, obviously. Still got Strength Ring. Not too much change. About 60 levels in tailoring, which was pretty good. But yeah, next we have Rugen. And there's going to be a little bit of grinding to do because I still need 2 Black Pearls for Francie, and I'm going to need Breath of the Wind or Breath of Air, whatever it is. So, better get to it. Hey, we haven't had a blue for a while. This is the bout that Rugen found for the priest. And we did just finish Grocket. This would be an amazing bout for Grocket though. But do I send it to friend? So I think we just send that to friend. But hey, Rugen's found 2 of them now, so why doesn't he just find a 3rd one for Grocket as well? Might be an invisible one, but... Now let's get to work. Keep Grimm's health high. English does have a bit of HP. Alright, should be good now. That's all that needed to happen. We just needed to stun it and burst through to 50. That's King Bangladesh on the Hunter. That's how easy it is. Pretty chill, isn't it? And now we'll get a new gun. Bloody well done. Righto, congratulations Rugen for succeeding where others have failed. I am honoured to count you as a comrade of our great hunting party here. No one will ever doubt your expertise in hunting and tracking. Here's to you, I say. Cheers. Thanks, Hemet. 5,000 experience and a new weapon.